everyone, and happy holidays. I'm Susie Neal from Unicoi Preserves here with a special holiday treat featuring these fabulous Laura Lynn products. These are a family favorite cookie of a friend of mine, and my heart just grew so big when she shared with me about these cookies. The name of these are called chocolate shoes. That's right, chocolate shoes, those little things you put on your feet to pat around. Well, we're going to start out with some graham cracker crumbs, and I'll tell you more about where the shoes come in just a little bit, but let's start cooking together, why don't we? So that's a whole box of the graham cracker crumbs. So Laura Lynn semi-sweet chocolate morsels, and look at Laura Lynn chopping up the pecans for me so I can just dump these in. These are a great recipe that you can bake up with your kids, and my friend that shared this recipe, she told me about great times growing up, her Nana making these, and her mom and her brother. So this is a really special holiday recipe. So I'm mixing up the dry ingredients first to make it a little bit easier on myself. I'm gonna put in a little shot of vanilla, and then we've got 2 cans of Laura Lynn sweetened condensed milk. I like to use this flat wooden spoon because you can really get in there, and hey, that's one less thing that I have to wash. I don't even need a spatula today. So everything goes into the bowl, and if you have some little ones at home that like to help get in the kitchen, this is a great recipe to get the kids in the kitchen and get them cooking with you. So everything's in that we're going to use today, and I'm just going to give that a good stir and incorporate it all together. Now, if you're feeling a little messy, you could use God's gifts and get in there with your hands and get this all mixed up together. But I'm going to try and use the spoon today. All right, so that looks pretty good to me. I'm going to pat this out. I've got a buttered cookie sheet. And if you visit inglestable.com, you can get this complete recipe with all the quantities. And I've even put on there the size pan that you need to use to bake these. So you see this is a pretty heavy, sticky dough, but that's okay because it's going to bake up so good. Now I told you this was called chocolate shoes, right? So my friend that told me about this, when she was growing up, she couldn't say chocolate shoes. So that's how they became chocolate shoes. And the name stuck. Cooking with your family just brings back memories. And when you pull out these recipes every holiday time, brings you back to a time where you may not have thought about it at the time, but they're really special memories. Did you see what I just did? I greased my hands. I learned this when I started baking bread more. Instead of adding flour, which would toughen up the dough for bread, you use oil or cooking spray. So because this is a sticky dough, I just did the same thing. I used that bread baking technique with my holiday cookies. So what I'm doing is just patting out the dough in this well-buttered pan, and I'm going to get it all the way out to the edge, but not over the rim, because we're going to cut it in the pan, and if it's up over the rim, it's going to be a problem. So that's looking pretty good. I've got the oven preheating, and like I said, if you visit inglestable.com, it'll tell you what temperature to get your oven to. But these bake up pretty fast, 20 to 25 minutes. Okay, that looks great. I think it's ready to go into the oven. So I'm going to put this over to the side to put in the oven. And guess what? Because I'm not at home today, I baked this and brought it to you, and this is already cooled. Now, the preferred way to make these, if you are able, is to bake it, let them cool slightly, and then cut out your chocolate shoes while they're still warm and roll them in the powdered sugar. But because I baked this ahead, I am going to cut them on my board today. But like I said, inglestable.com, you can get the complete recipe with the knowledge on how to do this. Look at that magic, the magic of the butter. So that's upside down, so let's turn it to the right side. I like to cut these in small pieces because they are so delicious and sweet. So about the size of a domino. Do y'all ever play dominoes with your kids? That's a good fun game to play. So I'm just going to do maybe 3 rows to show you what I'm talking about. And this is some powdered sugar. This is where it's going to start to get messy. I'm going to need somewhere to put them, aren't I? All right, so move over here. Just making some nice cuts. And you can do these whatever size you like. Powdered sugar, we're going to make it snow. And then just get in there with your fingers and roll them all around. I wish you could have smelled these baking. It just smells so heavenly. The combination of the sweet graham crackers with a little bit of chocolate, the roastiness of the pecans, and that little hint of vanilla coming in. This makes a big pan, as you can see, so it's really nice. You can make them ahead, put them in a tin for gifting, or you can serve them to your family and friends. I don't think you're going to have any leftovers. So I'll do a little bit more and then show you what they look like on the plate. So that's what they'd look like if you were to plate them, or if you wanted to share some with some friends. Look at these little cute boxes that I found, so you could serve them to your friends as a gift. Guys, this is so easy and a surefire hit for your holiday treat table. And with Laura Lynn, you can't go wrong. While you're here, make sure and check out the rest of the site for more great tips, tricks, and recipes. From all of us here at the Ingles table, happy holidays and Merry Christmas.